I want to take a moment to share a really interesting to me story about my son watching Clone Wars,
Mhm.
because it's interesting you say that you would show that before you show Revenge of the Sith. So my son, he's 7. He's watched Star Wars, but he's sort of like, he's watched it here and there. He loves Clone Wars. When it was on Netflix, that was when he discovered Clone Wars. He really enjoyed Resistance. He liked Rebels, but it was because it was accessible, and it was something that he and I would do every Sunday night. We would watch Rebels, or we would DVR it and watch it Monday night. But it was more because it was a ritual that we had. And again, he enjoyed Star Wars, and he was several years younger. However, when Clone Wars was coming back, that was when I started rewatching Clone Wars, and he got really, really into it. Now, it was my belief, and it's funny because you believe that, for example, like when I coached his T-ball team, you forget that baseball is
You're a T-ball.
my life. But you got to teach a 5-year-old that you go to first base, then second base, then third base, then home. It's part of our life, but to them it's not. So part of our life is we know the clones turn. We know that Order 66 come and the clones turn. Jack did not. Jack was a gigantic fan of the clones. He loved Cody. He loved Rex. He loved to walk around the house with 2 Nerf guns and pretend he was Rex. I got him a couple of Clone Troopers action figures that were white. He took his magic marker and he made them into Jungle Troopers. And but he was so all in on Clone Wars. He loved the clones. He loved them as good guys. So after on the evening of May the 4th, he hadn't watched Shattered, so we watched Shattered and Victory and Death together. And when the clones turned, he was stunned. He was sad and disappointed, and he looked at me, and his actual quote, which for a kid who's 7 years old, it was a very deep thought. He said, "Dad, they're usually shooting the robots, and now they basically are the robots." And
Yes.
and he was stunned. He was stunned that they turned, but he was also it was hard for him to handle. And I didn't think it would be, because I knew it was happening. And I didn't even think that he didn't remember Revenge of the Sith. And he loves those. So imagine so I've been so lucky to have kids and watch Star Wars, because for me, I've now been able to witness through Jack what it really means that the clones turned. Not just that we knew it was going to come and they were these faceless warriors, but what it really means. And through my daughter, I got to see the recognition that Palpatine and Sidious were the same. She didn't get that until Revenge of the Sith. So to see, I went through the I am your father thing myself. So the big revelations in Star Wars, I've been able to go through in different ways. And it's such an amazing thing. But the point of the story here is that the Clone Wars as a show, the clones as troopers were so well done that my son loved Cody and Rex and Fives and everybody, and their tragedy was felt more by him than it will ever be felt by me, because to me, I knew it was coming.